Oh my God, we blew the mic out on that. Wow, that was a lot. Okay, I've had some massively annoying technical difficulties, and that means that the machine that I normally use stuff with,
It's failing.
is failing. It's currently in the mail back to the manufacturer. So, boom, you two. When we last left,
Well, out here.
our heroes, they were within the Overwatch building, Oversight building, having gotten instructions to go on a patrol, but then interrupting said patrol right outside the door when they realized that the Oversight building was actually being broken into.
No.
And I handed to Sean for the idea of adding the hologram of like sort of some iconography. Iconography? Yeah,
Let's go with that.
hologram there in the center space of this building. I really dig it. It's cool. So this is a cool thing. Anyway, you guys are about halfway up the building here, kind of at this open area, and that's where the you see here, you've got reasonably high buildings around, but you know, she was using her sort of ice bridge kind of thing to get over to the building and get in. You guys went into the building, went up, and then out to the edge, and you're basically inside one of the large office rooms there. Not a lot of activity in this area, no people around, or at least there haven't been. For whatever reason, this area doesn't see a lot of traffic on this day or whatever. So, Cold Snap, who you have kind of gotten some background information about, breaching the entrance rather brazenly, like right through the, like, kind of visible from anybody to be walking around or whatever, into this place. What do you do? Well, technically they're breaking into your building, so...
Listen, the legal team for Oversight. Phenomenal work. So damaged body parts minimum. Okay, got it. Go. As minimum as possible.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm going to go to the file room because, she said, like you said the other last time you played. Yes, yesterday.
Last time
we played. Well, after that, you know, she was looking for files to let prove that it was Oversight her entire team died. We don't want that because it's not good PR, not very good for our...
Do you think that Oversight was actually responsible?
Where did the mission take place?
You don't really have a lot of information about it. You know that there was a fight. It involved some supervillains. It was in Halcyon City. It went badly, and...
It couldn't have been Oversight's fault. I mean, it's not like they were... It's not like they planned to kill off her teammates.
Yeah, I don't know.
You probably do,
though. What? Sure, but I'm not gonna tell you unless you find out.
Now,
so are you gonna go look for the? Are you?
Go to the file room. I'm not gonna.
No, yeah, I know, but are you trying to?
Lock off as much.
Are you trying to lock stuff down? Or are you trying to actually find the files that she would be looking for, or what are you doing? I just want to understand. It's fine either way. I don't.
All of the above. Yes. Lock stuff down.
Which one are you doing? Which thing are you trying to do first?
Find the file she's gonna. It's a sort of a mix. Find the file she needs and lock it. Like, change the password to it.
Or something.
So.
Okay. In that case, I am going to have you... Okay, I'm going to have you assess the situation, which is a basic move on the basic move sheet.
Be mindful of your surroundings, because...
What is that?
Be mindful of your surroundings. It's when you assess the situation before entering a fight...
You're not entering a fight, so it doesn't apply.
Oh.
Never mind. So... Assess the situation.
All plus superior. That's my superior.
I'm not impressed with your math right now.
I'm doing extra math.
Why are you doing extra math?
In total.
In total, fine, yeah.
Do you think he can add team?
He's not with you.
But he's buying me time, so he should be able to add team. I'm entirely focused on how to best end this.
What information do you have, Misadventure, over the comms that you could give Red Panda that would make it easier for her to access these files?
Password is 12341746. Oh wait,
What's your mentor's name? It's not really your mentor, but you know what I mean. Aegea. Okay. So Aegea, which I've used this picture before. I use this as a parent for one of my characters and another thing, but she works really well for this. So Aegea, who has all of the legacy abilities, including the magic armor. I don't know, you could be like, Aegea always uses the name of her dog for her password, or something like that. I don't know, whatever. Is there some tip that you can give Red Panda that would give them a boost for getting through the systems and stuff?
I saw her going into the file room once. Password is 3251.
Fine. You guys can get a +1 from that to get to a 10. Okay, so what you get 2 questions then. What? Oh, I got a picture of Hestia in here. Oh, right. Hestia, the terrifying. Gotcha. Okay. So,
Hestia, the Star Changer.
all right. So, assess the situation. You get 2. What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is most vulnerable to me? How could we best end this quickly? You get 2.
What here can I use? I'll hack into the computer.
Can we tweak that a little bit? To what here can I use to find the files I'm looking for quickly? Okay. Yeah, there's like a file archiving system that you just need to kind of figure out. So you can do that. So if you need to do a overcoming an obstacle, so it's it'll be unleash your powers, but you get a +1 on the roll because you're using the assess the situation for it. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. What's the other question? How could we best end this quickly, huh? Oh boy, that's a good question. How could we best end this quickly? While I'm trying to think of what a good answer for that would be, I'm going to cut to Sean for a second. Cold snap, about to break through.
Okay, so first of all, I know this would be a lot easier. Hammers. What is your obsession? Big hammers. Magic weaponry would be really helpful.
Yeah, but you have fists, and you're not going to magically manifest the hammers right now.
I'm just complaining to myself.
Okay, so.
Focus, yeah. Like, when she finally gets in, like, takes a step in, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna charge her and punch.
Okay, so you're gonna wait till she actually breaks in far enough to...
Ending it quickly as can be.
Are you trying to drive her back out of the building or knock her out?
Just knock her out, drive her off the building.
Do you have any... Okay, those are 2 different answers. Driving her back is one thing. Like punching her and trying to knock her out is a different thing.
I'm gonna knock her out.
Okay. So you're gonna charge through there, and basically as soon as she starts to crack the window, just charge through and like punch right through the window and punch her. Okay. Then I am going to have you do a directly engage. What's your danger?
Danger. 0.
See, there was a reason I was asking this, because if you were defending the building, and it's too late now, but if you're defending the building, if you're trying to drive her out of the building, that's a defend, and that uses savior. You're trying to punch her.
I forgot for a second that I was playing...
that you're playing a different character? Anyway, so let's have that big old directly engage with the 0. I'm looking forward to this roll. Delicious. Go see me.
9.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's disappointing. All right, so directly engage with a 9. We're looking at our basic move sheet. We're looking at our directly engage. When you directly engage a threat, roll danger. On a hit, trade blows. On a 7 to 9, you can pick 1. You can resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. There isn't really a good way to create an opportunity for your allies right now.
Can't exactly take something from them. It's their footing, but...
You could take their footing and knock them off the bridge, maybe, or something like that, and mess with that situation. Or, obviously resist or avoid their blows is pretty handy, just because...
Oh, I'm walking in. Why is there a fist?
Yeah, like, the thing is, like, you've ever looked through a window where you can't really see through because of the reflection from the sunlight outside? And as you get closer, like, you kind of come in focus through the glass as she's, like, about ready to crack through it, and that's when it comes through, which I really like.
Avoid their blows.
Excuse me, what abilities do you have that's part of your power set?
Mythic might, legendary speed, and godlike beauty.
Godlike beauty. Okay, so nice. Okay, so you're doing the resist or avoid our blows. Cool. What was your plan as you're bursting out through the window and punching her on this ice bridge? What was your plan for not falling 30 stories to the ground? I will accept a number of answers, one of which being didn't really think about it. Just
the ice bridge is still there.
Yeah, it is. You could land on the ice bridge. Like,
so
go sailing.
Punch her, land on the ice bridge, and jump back.
All right, so she
don't really want to get hit by this person.
So so you go sailing out through the thing, and it's like the slow motion thing where you're bursting out through the glass, and there's all the shards that are like going along with you as you're coming out through this thing, and you. And she manages at the last second, like you see her eyes widen just as you're about to come through the glass, So you're coming up, and she kind of throws, like, just like this, like, basically gets like an ice barrier up between you and her as you're punching. You punch through it and still impact her, but she does manage to take at least some of that. So she goes flying back over and sliding along the ice bridge, and you're kind of going over, like, along with her. So she's on her back and sliding, and you're in the air and coming down to your feet. So she's sliding, and she's like, and this is all kind of so much like, and she like you are immediately. It's amazing how fast she can summon this ice. You're getting a sense of like what she's actually capable of, and it is truly eye-opening. She doesn't completely encase you in a block of ice all the way up from head to toe. But shoulders to kneecaps, absolutely.
Shoulders to kneecaps.
Yeah, from here to about down to here.
That's my arm.
Yes, as a matter. Although one of them is kind of out, so you've got to cut like out hand free. But anyway, you were your momentum was dying down because you had punched, so you were about landing, and suddenly she just added like 400 pounds to your mass by encasing you in ice. So your momentum continues a lot. You hit the bridge and slide along the bridge, and then right off the edge, and you're starting to go over as you're.
I probably should have stopped after.
So yeah, you kind of go skidding along and just whoa. What do you do? Your one arm is completely encased in ice because it was down here. This one's kind of out from about here out.
That's not bendable.
Yeah, you could maybe bend if you really strain, but you might be. I mean, you could put a lot of strength into it and see if you can break your way out of the ice. You got an arm freeze that may produce some kind of thing. But, I mean, one way or the other, in about 10 seconds, you are definitely going to be out of this ice. The only real question is whether or not you do it or if it's done to you. You don't want it to be done to you.
How close am I to the wall?
Not far, but if you could get loose enough, then yeah, you could probably get your hands on it. You could try and break out of the ice, try to break out of the ice. You could try to keep from falling with just your one hand. You could try to reach the building. I'm not ruling anything out because you did go off. So you went off on the bridge, on the side of the bridge that's nearest the building. So you could theoretically like tumble and try to grab it or something like that. But you're at a massive. On top of that, you're carrying like 400 pounds of ice. So even if you do grab anything, you're more likely to get your arm, like your elbow, dislocated than anything else.
Right.
Or you could just kind of hulk out of the ice and see if that works.
Can I try and just crash through a window?
You don't really have a way of manipulating your trajectory.
What with my remaining legs? What if I just like push off air?
You could at the last second like push off of the bridge a little bit to give yourself a little bit more distance off of the thing to aim at the wall of the building or something. But tell me why you're reluctant to just kind of like try and break out of the ice, like just.
Not reluctant, more like.
I understand it's a boring option. You're also plummeting to your death, so really.
Yeah, well, you're not. Okay, hold out.
As you're starting to go off, you're like, oh, and try and do that. It may not work.
A lot easier breaking through.
Trust me, it'll be really interesting if you fail. So in this case, what we're doing is we're rolling freak because you're unleashing your powers to overcome an obstacle. The obstacle being wrapped in ice.
Right, that's 0.
Also
really
0.
Really missing that good old robot body right now.
Oh, robot.
Good old.
Oh, good old robot. I was confused. All right.
Oh, I have a new picture.
Yep.
Hold on, I'm sneezing. Stop sneezing.
All right, so in that case, with your unleash your powers. Oops, wrong sheet. Unleash your powers. Overcome an obstacle. Reshape your environment. Extend your senses. Do you want to extend your senses? Do you want to hear the wind rushing by really intently? No? Okay. Well, on a hit, you do it. You don't need to mark a condition or have the effect be unstable or temporary because you did get a 10. Nice job. So you can burst out of the ice. And then you're kind of just open, like you're kind of doing this thing, but you can also kind of angle yourself and get to the edge of the building and grab a ledge or something like that. About, call it. And you grab one and like slam against the wall, but you manage to hang on.
Okay, so would there theoretically be a window there?
Oh, yeah. Like you grab the ledge, so you'd have to pull yourself up, but yeah, there could be a window there for sure.
I think it would be cooler if I just like crashed through a window.
What kind of noises are you making on the comms that Red Panda can hear while all this is going on?
Damn it! Center.
Window. It sounds like it's going really well.
I'll be up there in like Give me 5 seconds.
Up there? Why was she down there?
Oh, John, it's fine.
Up where?
How many floors are you down? Think about 2?
Maybe 3?
I'm getting better at this. It used to be like 20. I'm sorry, used to? I've done this before. I practiced.
The last time I fell out of a building.
I practiced.
There's a reason that your legacy is like, she doesn't impress me at all. Okay. All right. So what do? You pull yourself back up into the building and then like race and with all due speed?
All due legendary speed.
All due legendary. Okay, so you go as quickly as you can. As you're getting closer, you hear someone scream up ahead.
Yay, a hostage.
Isn't that great? You're going, and you hear as you're getting much closer, you're going to take me to the records department, Sylvia.
Who is Sylvia? I don't know a Sylvia.
You don't know necessarily a Sylvia either.
A lot of letters that have to come back to school with like scratches all over your face from the class. I hear out.
Sylvia is an office worker. She's blonde. She is currently Sylvia was apparently like coming back into this office to drop some stuff off or check something out or print something at the network printer or something like that. And Cold Snap grabbed her. She was stepping in and basically froze one of her feet so she couldn't run off, and then grabbed her. So she's got her hand kind of all frosted and stuff around the back of her neck. And then she gestures and the ice around her foot shatters, and she's walking her towards the front of the out to the main hallway as she
Soda in the back of your neck.
But worse. And she's walking her towards the hallway as you are coming up toward the door, the door they're going to use. What do you do?
It'd be a lot easier if I could summon Downs, but no, I'm not ready.
As a bit goes, I like this bit. This is a good bit. And of course, right, every time you say something like that where Ajia can hear, she's like, yeah, javelins, that's great. Throw something that can immediately skewer things when there's civilians around. Fantastic idea. You should definitely be trusted with the ability to kill random innocents by accident.
Listen, if I can summon hammers, I can summon blunt objects.
Not better. All right, what are you doing?
First things first, I hate hostage situations, so I am going to remove the hostage from the situation.
All right, what does that mean? You're going to grab her or try to get her out of this?
I'm just going to try and...
I'm going to grab her and jump out through the same broken window that I jumped out before. Nothing can go wrong.
Karate chop cold snaps.
I'll fall 2 stories and then toss her in through that window, and I'll fall 2 more stories and get myself back in through that window. It'll be fine.
I'm just going to...
You want to get her away from...
Break the ice off and then just...
Okay, so you're not going to want to... I know what you're doing because you're trying to defend her. I get that. But to take her away from Cold Snap, what you have to do is directly engage to get that takeaway option on the table.
Are you still thinking about
I will get right back to you. In fact, you're going to be next here as soon as he rolls.
So, yeah.
So you're getting in there trying to take her away.
Frankly, tackles, they're great for getting hostages out of the hands of defense.
Actually, I would let you do this with a defend if you wanted to. If you want to go strictly to, I want to rescue Sylvia from this situation, protect her from this situation, then yeah, it's a full-on defend.
Yeah, I'm tackle and sprint.
Okay, so you're going to roll Savior for defend.
That would be...
Normally, we would do take something from you if you're also trying to, like, engage her, but really what you're trying to do mostly is just protect Sylvia. This might mean that you might take some damage, but you're not really focusing at all and trying to do you're not trying to do anything to Cold Snap. You're trying to rescue Sylvia. So go ahead and roll an add Savior.
Roll an add Savior. 9.
Okay. So with defend at a 9, it costs you. You can either expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. Things get more complicated. Expose yourself to danger? Okay. I'm going to have you roll a powerful blow because you do get Sylvia out of there and you kind of shield her with your body and you're taking her pass and you get a full-on... Because Cold Snap has these razor-sharp spikes of ice that she can unleash.
That she tends to use.
Razor-sharp spikes of ice.
How does they do not stay white for long?
Yeah. We're going to worry about that in just a second as we get back over here. So what you need to do to end this quickly would be to get into the file system, grab everything that has to do with this event, and remove it and make it really clear that it's not there anymore. And then you get out. So then even if she gets to the file system, she won't be able to find what she's looking for and she'll leave. That would be how to end this quickly.
And then...
And that would be... What was the first question that you asked?
What here can we use to...
Oh, find the thing. So first roll would be find the stuff. Second roll would be remove everything. So both of those are going to be unleash your powers.
Can I get a belt?
What's your freak?
0, I think.
Go ahead and take a look. But the nice thing is, because you did this with assess the situation, and this is one of the best things about prototype, because you did this with assess the situation first, even though your freak is a 0, you still get a +1 on the roll. 7 + 1, you got an 8. On a hit, you do it, but on a 7 and 9, you either have to mark a condition, or I'll tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. Unstable, you're probably going to set off a bunch of security alarms, which will bring more people into the situation. You'll get normal people up here involved with cold snap. If you take a condition, you're going to be a little bit more stressed out about this whole thing, but none of that's going to happen because you're going to like buckle down and go, I can do this, and you're going to do it. Okay, which one? Well, you're getting stressed out by this because you're having to deal with all these firewalls and defense systems and stuff like that, and you're under a lot of time pressure because you can hear everything that Mrs. Venture's got going on in there, and you're hearing the shrieking of Sylvia, and you're having to get into the system, and it's stressing you out. So what condition do you think you take from all of that? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you getting angry about? Like, just because of all this stupid, annoying security systems, or?
Firewall, damn it.
All right.
They couldn't make this easier, Doc.
Okay, so flag angry for right now.
Yeah, I chose angry because the -2 is not really relevant right now.
Yeah, I know. You're gaming it a little bit. That's all right. That's fine. I dig it. Okay, so you figured out where the stuff is. Now are you gonna try and remove it all and just leave a big gaping hole in the file systems to make it really clear that it's already been removed? All right, I need you to unleash your powers one more time to get that stuff out of there.
Boom.
And Sean, I'm gonna have you roll. Do you have any conditions right now?
No, sorry.
Okay, whenever have you roll and add your conditions. Which is a big fat 0. So
when you take a powerful blow from someone with far greater power than you,
she qualifies.
which I think
She qualifies. She's a lot tougher than I never realized how actually Cold Snap's actually a very powerful super.
Use this move instead of the basic move. Roll plus savior.
Oh, you get to roll plus your saber.
I know, right?
Hey, wait. Let me see that. Really? You roll plus? May I see it?
What?
Actually, never mind. I can see it. Misadventure. Roll plus savior. If you on a hit, you stand strong on the 7. Oh, I see. So this works very differently than a regular take a powerful blow. Cool. Okay. You can take a condition or it's gonna be unstable or temporary. And in this case, unstable will be you're gonna leave some sort of cookie crumb trail where somebody could track down the files to you. If it's a condition, I'm going to say guilty because you're literally stealing files from Oversight. And you probably won't be able to tell them that right away. So you're literally you're doing what she came here to do.
I got spider.
Double 6s, huh?
So that would be 14 in total.
All right, hang on for a second though. So, take guilty, or unstable or temporary is going to be traceable in some way. Taking guilty, feeling bad about being a bad person.
I'm probably going to be able to tell Oversight. Hey, how are you doing? How's your mental state for once? I like being sane.
All right,
Group
so
experience.
For you,
No.
For you, on a hit, you stand strong and choose 1. On a 7, you still have to mark a condition. So you get to choose. Yeah, you didn't. So you get to choose. You get an opportunity or an opening against your attacker. You rally from the hit, and it inspires the team. You could add 1 team to the pool. Or you keep your attacker's attention entirely focused on you, baby. Boom. You continue to tank their attention.
So,
I like that even if you miss, you still leave an opening for the rest of the team. This is the move for Team Tank. Okay, so.
Okay, so, I don't have the angry yet, so I think I'm gonna approach this the non-steaming ears way. Keep your attacker's attention.
Okay. What does this look like? Do you just dodge the ice shards, or because you don't have the armor, so are you basically are you managing to completely bullet time around this thing like the Matrix, or what happened here? How did you did this in such a way that you have totally locked on her attention. Did you grab an entire cubicle wall and throw it up like a shield?
Nah, I'm bullet timing it, and I am doing it as smugly as I can.
You say anything? I heard you were a lot tougher than this.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm stealing your line. I would like to say that.
Wow, bullet time it. I'd like to add it a little smile.
Okay. What you have, so I'm going to go back to, you have her attention. What are you going to do with it? You don't need to keep punching to keep aggro up or anything like that. You have her attention. What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to try and keep it in this zone with just us two.
Okay.
1v1 by any means necessary.
So you shout something like, get out of here to Sylvia, and she scrambles out through one of the doors and...
While dodging icicles.
Okay. Panda, where did you put the files? Did you ship them up to like a remote server in the cloud? Did you put them on a memory stick that you've got in your utility pouch? Panda Pogue Drop Drive.
Oh! It's a little like, wait, no, it's in one of her ears. It's in one of their ears. Look.
The Panda Drive. You have like a little, has like a little red paw on it. That's adorable. Oh my, all right.
Alright, gosh,
I've got it. Where's the camera? Wait, I'm gonna make, no, that's it. So the USB drive looks like a little red panda paw. Okay.
Oh, I'm liking this session.
That's adorable and kind of just wrong. Okay. You have the data. What are you gonna do now?
Download it to the file.
Yeah, you have the data. What are you gonna do with it now? What are you doing now?
Have the data.
Fight's still going on.
Am I good at fighting? I mean,
what's your danger?
0.
You're not any worse than she is. You've been trained by Kodiak. You're a superhero. You're probably... What's that?
Punch.
See, the thing is, this is the thing I want you guys to think about. Your stats don't really mean that you're good at a thing or bad at a thing. If your danger is a 0, what that means is fights tend to cause more problems for you. It doesn't mean you're a bad fighter. It means you tend to have more fallout from the fight. Okay? You might be an incredibly, like, a low mundane doesn't mean you're an asshole. It means that when you have a hard-to-heart conversation with somebody, it tends to cause drama rather than reduce it. Because that's just how you are.
I will directly engage a...
Okay, you need to start moving through the building then to get back up to the fight. That's going to happen first. What are you doing? You hear Red Panda say, I'm on the way back. I've got the files.
I'm going to try and... I'm just going to try and continually knock her out. Like, just try and sweep her off her feet.
Okay, so you're definitely directly engaging.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see it.
Oh, boy. 7.
Okay. Tell me what that looks like off your options.
Directly engage. Avoid their blows, because I've kind of...
You're really basically dancing around here like Spider-Man trying to keep...
No, it looks like I'm breakdancing.
I don't have the armor, so I have to use, like...
I upgraded it.
That is... Oh, wow. I gotta share.
Hold on, what? I didn't get to see. Right there.
Oh, I gotta turn it up. The Red Panda...
File downloader.
Look at that adorable...
Little USB.
That's adorable.
3D.
You need the color with a little colored pencil to really get it. All right.
Pastel pink.
So, what kind of hit? So you're just basically keep sweeping the legs, kind of thing, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, is that the
knocking her in the back of the head, sweeping the legs. You know. Well, no, I could probably sweep her legs a lot faster if I had a quarterstaff, maybe chance. But she's not really hearing you, but she's hearing, like, weapon. Like, she's hearing you, like...
She's talking while this is going on, and it's like, I used to be... You're, like, she'll hit the ground and kind of roll up to her feet. You're really good. You're definitely trained. I used to be like that. You're working for the bad guys. You understand that, right? You're working for people who abuse other people, okay? You don't understand what's going on here, okay? You are being used like a tool. You are a child soldier for a corrupt army. And she is going to, shift your labels, she is going to lower your danger up, savior down. She's saying that what you are is a weapon. So she's raising your danger and lowering your savior. Shell would be totally fine with that.
I think it would already be at minus. Yeah, I wouldn't be out.
Well, what happens if they try to shift a label that can't move? You take a condition. Are you doing resist or avoid?
Yeah, I'm gonna resist that.
All right. When someone with influence tells you how the world works, except when they say reject their influence, roll. You just roll. That's it. You just roll. There's no modifier for it. On a hit, you successfully hold yourself and tune them out. On a 10 or higher, you get to choose 2 things off the list. On a 7 or 9, you can choose 1 thing off the list. So, roly.
10.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 and 4. Okay, on a 10. Okay, so listen. You can clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. We'll have to discuss what that would look like, but if you immediately act to prove them wrong, you can mark potential. You can shift 1 label up and 1 label down, your choice, or you can cancel their influence on you and take +1 forward against them. You get to pick 2 out of those 3 options. Do you have any conditions right now? You don't.
Nope.
You could.
I would really. The thing is,
Immediately act. Here's the thing. Immediately acting to prove them wrong means not acting like a soldier, not acting like a weapon. It means acting, you say like, take your chance, get out of here while you still can, This doesn't have to be a fight to the death, that kind of thing. Basically, show the savior, not the danger.
I'm going to cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them. If you want soldiers, talk to Aegis.
Okay, so you can cancel her influence or you take +1 forward against her. What do you want to use the +1 forward for? And you get another option there. Do you want to immediately act to prove her wrong, or what's that second option that you got there?
I get 2 options?
Yeah, you get 2 options because you rolled 10.
This one's harder though.
So it's just if your one is harder. Oh no.
Can I just double cancel? Right?
You got a pick one. I realize you want to keep fighting, like Sean wants to keep fighting, but how do you prove her potential is still issue?
No, if you want child soldiers, let's walk out of here and talk to Aegis. We'll put the filings back, and we don't have to report this. Just try to not get her in trouble.
I'm gonna need you to roll a provoke. Provoke is rolling on superior.
Hey,
What's your superior?
0.
Okay, but you get a +1, so you get to add 1 onto the roll.
Mechanically, well.
You get a +1 because of the bonus to the roll. What'd you get?
In total,
Mm-hmm.
3. Nigga. Right, so I'm taking that potential.
Well, you did immediately act to prove her wrong. You didn't actually manage to accomplish anything. Mark that, but actually take 2 potential because you acted to prove her wrong, and you also blew that roll. Here's what's going to happen, and we're going to wrap up after this. So she says, I got into Aegis, and when I found out there, brought me here. If you have the files on what happened, you should look at them. And then she goes, and she basically blasts herself backwards out of the building with an ice blast. So she kind of puts up the whole office area is just full of ice, right? But she just fills it with that, and she's using that to propel herself back out through the thing. And as she's flying out of the building, she kind of catches herself on an ice bridge, starts making one and just starts sliding away. So the provoke is going to work just like a provoke on you. So here's how provokes work. If Zoe were to provoke you, for example, if she rolled a 7 and 9, she gets to pick one of these 2 options. If she rolls a 10, she gets to pick 2 of these options. So she can go, hey, I want you to do something. If you don't do it, you're going to take a condition. If you do it, you add team to the pool. And if you're a 7 and 9, it's we call it the carrot stick option. So if you give them both, it's hey, if you do what I ask you to do, not only do you not take a condition, but you're going to put team in the pool. Or you can go, I only get one choice, so I'm going to say you could do it or not, but if you don't do it, you're going to take a condition, okay? So what I'm going to say is you're taking the provoke that you were trying to do to her. And what this is look at the files or take insecure. You don't have to right now, but that's what's hanging over you.
Why insecure?
Everything that she's telling you is making her doubt Oversight, and that makes her feel insecure about her role, who she's working for, who she's being trained by, this organization that she does stuff for. So we're going to leave that hanging over.
She could be less awesome without her escape.
I'm going to say that you actually said that in character, because you're sitting there she could have been less awesome about her escape. That was really cool. And Red Panda comes in and is like, what was really... Whoa. Oh, this is really cool.
I know, right?
All right. So we're going to leave it right there with you Guys are just all right. So hanging over your head is look at the files or take a condition. You can decide what condition, but insecure I think is the one.
Yeah, no.
So you'll have to kind of talk about that. But you have the files. You have a provoke hanging over your head, wanting to look at the files and figure out what they actually show or tell, and also a completely trashed office block. Cool. Good job.
And oh my God, we should end it like, alrighty, we're just now coming back.
I think you have an excuse for not having done a patrol tonight. Anyway, all right, so end of session move. Closer to the team, further away from the team, more into your own image of yourself. More into your own image? If you do that, you get to shift your labels. Yeah. One up, one down. Okay. You want to do that? Yeah. What are you going to do?
What happens if you give influence to somebody who already has influence up?
They get to shift your labels. That's not a bad thing. Well, but if you're doing like closer to the team, that means that you take a point of potential.
Yeah, I know.
So if you give influence to, for instance, you get influence to Misadventure, then she gets to shift your labels because she already has influence, but you would get a point of potential, Zoe.
Anyways, I am going to grow closer to the team. Hurry up.
Who are you giving influence to?
Zoe.
Misadventure, how do you want to shift Red Panda's labels?
Wrong.
Sorry. Red Panda, how do you want to shift Misadventure's labels? Think about either how she showed up, like how she seems to you, or how you think she should be acting, and shift labels accordingly. She did a lot of fighting, so maybe danger up. She didn't do a lot of thinking ahead of time, so maybe superior down. Charge out the window with no flight powers on the 30th floor.
I practice savior.
Good job rescuing the civilian. Nice job.
I hate hostage situations.
That's fair. Savior up. What else down? What down? Superior down. So your savior is, or your superior, Misadventure, your savior is up to a 3, your superior is down to a -1?
Yep.
Okay. And Red Panda, how did you move your labels?
Superior up, freak down.
Superior up to a 3? Yep. Oh my God.
Got such.
Are you sure about freak? You were using that for a lot of your hacking stuff. All you're unleashing your powers. Are you sure about that?
Mundane down.
Okay.
Social 0013.
I would have gone with danger, but you do you. It's all good.
I'd like to not have negative score in the thingamajigger my.
Personally, if I were you, I would raise your freak instead of your superior.
No.
Okay.
That's the situation, being. I am gonna get such a lecture from Hesia. Oh, you're gonna go. Back in my day, I just would have grabbed onto her hands.
All right. Thank you, guys. That was great. It's late. We should get going. We played for about an hour. All right. Thank you, guys. Somebody roll the dice.
3, 2, 1. We'll see you next.